Hello and welcome to this 20-minute yoga class. This is a full body flow with a little bit of everything, although there will be an extra emphasis on the lower body and hip mobility. So when you're ready, you can meet me in a comfortable seated position. If you'd like, you can always sit on a block or a blanket if that makes it more comfortable. Start by lengthening your spine, closing your eyes. Begin to tune into your breath. Just noticing your inhale, noticing your exhale, and taking the next few moments to settle in to your body and to the present moment. On your next inhale, reach both arms up, pointing your fingers up towards the sky. Lengthen through the sides of your body. Then wrap your right hand around your left wrist and tilt your body to the right. Inhale back to center. Switch hands. Left hand wraps around right wrist and tilt to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, twist to the right, placing your right hand behind you, your left hand on your right thigh. Keep your spine long and your chin parallel to the floor. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, twist to the left. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, place your hands in front of you and start to slowly walk them forward, allowing yourself to relax down as far as is comfortable, and then breathing into any tension. Inhale, walk your hands back in towards your body, and then switch the cross of your legs so the opposite leg is in front or on top. Inhale to reach up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to reach. Exhale to twist. Inhale to reach. Exhale, release your hands to the floor or the ground in front of you, and then walk your hands out, settling back down. You may notice quite a difference between one side and the other. So just move in a way that feels good and stay connected to your body. On your next inhale, walk your hands back in and make your way into a tabletop. Take your hands beneath your shoulders, knees beneath your hips. Start to move your body from side to side. And then start to shift forwards and backwards. Come back to stillness. On your next inhale, tuck your toes under. As you exhale, walk your hands back towards your knees. Pause here for a moment And then you can either keep your toes tucked or untuck them. Walk your hands up to your thighs. Settle more of your weight onto your heels. Exhale, drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Inhale to center. Exhale, left ear drops. Inhale to center. Return to tabletop. And take a moment to just wiggle your toes, roll out your ankles. And settle your feet towards the mat. Tuck your toes under. Exhale into downward dog. Find any movements that feel good. And then settle into stillness for one full breath. On your next inhale, ground through your left foot. Inhale to lift your right. As you exhale, step into lizard pose by taking your right foot outside of your right hand. Lower your left knee down and take a moment to just settle into the pose, allowing your hips to sink towards the earth. Draw your shoulder blades together and keep your spine long. On your next inhale, turn your right toes to face out at 45 degrees. Plant your hands, tuck the toes of your left foot, and lift your left knee. On your next exhale, step your left foot forward, setting it outside of your hand, and sink your hips to come into a squat. Take a few breaths here, maybe using your hands for support if you need, keeping your hips a little bit higher, or you can use your elbows to press your knees out a little wider. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, lift your hips. Take one breath here, maybe bending and straightening your legs. Exhale, sink your hips, coming back into that squat. Exhale to release your hands. Inhale, lift your hips. Take one full breath. Exhale to sink your hips. Exhale to release your hands. Inhale to lift your hips, and then heel toe your feet in so they're hip distance apart. Relax into a forward fold, letting your head and neck hang heavy. On your next inhale, rise up nice and slow, lifting up vertebrae by vertebrae. Find a mountain pose when you reach the top. Relax your shoulders, let your palms face the front. Take a deep breath in. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale to reach up, gaze lifts. Exhale to fold forward. Plant your hands, step back into a high plank. Engage your core by drawing your lower belly in and up, and hold for one breath. Inhale, take your shoulders past your wrists. Exhale to lower. Inhale for baby cobra. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Exhale, downward dog. Take 2 full breaths here, breathing all the way into your lower belly and breathing out fully. And ground through your right foot. Inhale to lift your left. Exhale, lizard pose. Left foot steps forward, right knee lowers. We'll take a few breaths here. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Keep your spine long. On your next inhale, turn your left toes to face out. Tuck the toes of your right foot and lift your right knee. Exhale, step forward, sink your hips, coming into a squat. Finding any variation that feels good. Taking 5 full breaths here. Exhale, release your hands. Inhale, lift your hips. Take your feet in about hip distance apart and relax into a forward fold. Inhale to rise up, lifting up nice and slow. And then find a mountain pose when you reach the top. Inhale to reach your arms up. Exhale, palms come to touch. Draw your hands to heart center. Ground through your right foot. Turn your left toes to face out. Step your foot a little further away from your body so you can really feel your hips open, squaring them off to the front of the mat. You can pause here with your toes resting, or you can lift your knee, lifting it as high as is comfortable, maintaining that open hip posture. On your next exhale, draw your knee towards the front, closing your hips. Maybe dragging your toes across the floor to do this. Inhale, knee draws out, open your hip. Exhale, knee draws in, close your hip. Do that once more. On your next exhale, send your left foot back and come into crescent lunge. Arms reach up, shoulders relax. Flip your palms to face out. Reach your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers, and then start to straighten your arms, puffing up your chest. On your next exhale, hinge at your hips, folding forward, maybe lifting into a warrior 3 variation. You can always release your hands to the mat if you need a little support, or you could keep your left foot planted. On your next exhale, release your hands, taking them to your heart. Inhale to straighten up and find standing pigeon by crossing your left ankle over your right knee and sitting your hips down. A second variation could be to just come into chair pose with both feet planted. One more breath wherever you are. Inhale to straighten your legs. Plant both feet if they're not already. And reach your arms up, lifting your gaze. Exhale, fold forward. Plant your hand and step back to plank. Drop your knees if you need to, or stay lifted. Focus on engaging your core. Exhale to lower down. Inhale for your back bend. Maybe baby cobra, maybe up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Take 2 full breaths. Inhale to bend your knees. Exhale to step hop or walk to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale to rise up. Arms reach wide out and up. Exhale, palms come to touch. Draw your hands down. Take 1 full breath here. And ground through your left foot. Inhale to lift your right heel, and then turn your right toes to face out. Step your foot a little further away from your body. Maybe staying like this, or lifting your right knee. As you inhale, draw your knee back to center. Exhale, draw your knee out, opening your hip. Inhale to center, closing your hip. Do that 2 more times. And then come in to standing pigeon, or maybe just a chair pose. Inhale to straighten up. Exhale, crescent lunge. Right foot steps back, arms reach up. Take 1 full breath. Flip your palms to face out. Reach your arms behind you. Interlace your fingers and start to straighten your arms. Exhale to hinge at your hips. Maybe only moving a few inches. Maybe lifting into warrior 3. Exhale, lower your right foot down. Release your hands to the mat and step back into a plank. Move through your vinyasa. Exhaling as you lower. Inhaling for your back bend. Exhale, downward dog. On your next exhale, lower your knees down. Take your knees to touch, your big toes to touch. Sit your hips back and down and send your arms behind you with your palms facing up. Relax your forehead into the mat and begin to take some deep breaths in and out. You can always widen your knees to make a little more space if that feels more comfortable. Just focus on letting your shoulders drape over your legs to create some space in your back. On your next inhale, gently lift yourself up and make your way into a comfortable seated position. Maybe coming back to sit on a block or a blanket. Let your spine lengthen, your shoulders relax. Close your eyes and then tune into your lower belly. Try to soften all of the muscles and invite your breath to move a little deeper. Breathe into the very bottoms of your lungs. And when you exhale, press every last bit of air out. We'll take one more deep breath in, a long breath out. And when you're ready, you can gently blink your eyes open, coming back fully to the present moment. Thank you so much for joining me for today's practice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.